Donald Trump is seeking pain relief today that not even a dose of Tylenol could remedy after hearing the news that he has torpedoed his own chances for a Nobel Peace Prize, and I have all the satisfying details for you next. I'm going to preface this breaking story with two clips, one that you'll laugh at and one that you'll laugh with. First up is something I discovered via a post by ex-user Catherine, who sets up the laugh at clip with a post that reads, "And Eric Trump deserves a lobotomy, but that's not going to happen either. No, Eric, your father does not deserve a Nobel Peace Prize because he has created no peace anywhere. Mount Rushmore has been defaced enough. We do not need to destroy it." And here's what caused her to say that.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
He deserves it, and he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize so many times over. I've literally been in that office. I was in that office for one conversation where he literally stopped a war. In fact, I was in the office recently for another one where he stopped another one. I mean, the amount of children, and I say children, young kids right now that are running around the world who are alive based on the fact that he stopped conflicts that otherwise would have spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
There are moms and dads out there who have their kids based on calls that he's made and you know, conflicts that he's ended kind of before they really got out of control. Mm-hmm. And they have probably zero appreciation that, you know, many of their children and many of the people they knew would not be there had it not been for him. And he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. And to watch so many of these presidents in the past get the Nobel Peace Prize who did nothing other than, you know, fund the Pentagon's war machine and create conflict all over the world and enter these 20-year wars in Iraq and Afghanistan that cost our country trillions of dollars and thousands of lives. Yet these guys are getting Nobel Peace Prizes. Yet Donald Trump is the one president who's actually never taken us to war. He's never gotten into a war. You know, he's done everything humanly possible to keep us out of the war, you know, and yet they kind of begrudge him that honor, which he deserves more than anybody. He deserves that Nobel Peace Prize. He deserves to be on Mount Rushmore. And I think in time he'll get both.
Next up is the video you'll laugh with. In researching this story, I was reminded that this is not Trump's first Nobel Peace Prize rodeo. This 2020 video by Chip Franklin's Inside the Beltway really hasn't aged at all. Have a look, have a laugh, and then I'll share how Trump has torpedoed himself in 2025.
I would say treasonous things.
Donald Trump has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. I know what you're thinking.
Oh, hell no!
But it's true. This guy
Knock the crap out of him.
could join past winners like Desmond Tutu and Gandhi as recipients of this esteemed award. Yeah, I know. It's like Hispanic heritage honoring Stephen Miller. Trump is a racist, sexist xenophobe.
What the hell did you just say?
A feckless, repugnant beer fart whose nomination for this hallowed honor came from a Norwegian white supremacist. Yeah, they look peaceful. See, the deal is anyone can be nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. It's not special. Getting nominated is easy. Just ask this guy. Trump won't win the Nobel Peace Prize, but if he did, that would be one awesome acceptance speech.
I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
I have goosebumps.
Very fine people on both sides.
We drank beer, sometimes too many beers.
This is a corrupt place.
And now for today's news that sends the clear message to Trump that you can't spell Nobel without no. The Reuters headline reads, "Why Nobel experts aren't betting on Trump for this year's Peace Prize," and it goes on to say,
U.S. President Donald Trump will not win the Nobel Peace Prize, opens new tab he so covets, as he is dismantling the international world order the award committee cherishes, according to experts. His lobbying is likely to be counterproductive, too. The award-giving committee prefers to work independently, one of its members told Reuters, sheltering from outside pressures. He has no chance to get the Peace Prize at all, said Asla Sveen, a historian of the award, citing Trump's support for Israel in the war in Gaza and his attempts at rapprochement with Russian President Vladimir Putin, among the reasons. Alfred Nobel's will, the award's foundation, says the award should go to the person who has done the most or best to advance fellowship among nations. That is something Trump is not doing, according to Nina Greger, director of the Peace Research Institute Oslo. He has withdrawn the U.S. from the World Health Organization and from the Paris Accord on Climate. He has initiated a trade war on old friends and allies, she told Reuters. That is not exactly what we think about when we think about a peaceful president or someone who really is interested in promoting peace. Many have lobbied to win the Nobel Peace Prize, but no one has done it more intensely than Trump. He has used his platform as U.S. president repeatedly to argue he should win the award, including when addressing the UN General Assembly on Tuesday. But lobbying is generally counterproductive, according to the deputy leader of the present Norwegian Nobel Committee. These types of influence campaigns have a rather more negative effect than a positive one, because we talk about it on the committee. Some candidates push for it really hard, and we do not like it, as Letoj said. We are used to work in a locked room without being attempted to be influenced. It is hard enough as it is to reach an agreement among ourselves without having more people trying to influence us, he added with a smile.
Those are just the highlights. For the full story, visit Reuters.com. The man who has spent his entire political career stoking division, cheering on dictators, and dismantling a once great democracy, now wants the world to crown him. He promised peace in the Ukraine in 24 hours, and he should be reminded of his counterproductive folly there often, and he should be commended only for his historic lack of self-awareness. At the end of the day, Trump winning the Nobel Peace Prize is not about world diplomacy. It's about his bottomless need for validation and to measure up to Barack Obama. He is not a peacemaker. He's a master builder of chaos and corruption. Donald Trump chasing a Nobel Peace Prize is like Donald Trump chasing the truth. It is not within reach. It's like Donald Trump chasing appropriate words. They confound and elude him. It's like Donald Trump chasing civility. It's not who he is, and he will never find himself associated with it. But in fairness, I'll give him the final word. Donald, how do you think the voters of the Nobel Peace Prize see you?
Smart people don't like me.